here, and I noticed that they, I think that someone's sitting right there on the other side. I need to probably go check that out too. But I think there's someone sitting over there, but playing with Pup. And I realized that I noticed the hole. Where'd the hole go? That hole. Did you notice it right away? I noticed this hole is here. And Pup goes and he almost fits in or whatever. Like, we can fit through the hole because it's not, this stuff right here, you hear it, it's kind of like that, the stuff they make styrofoam out of, but a harder version of it. I guess or maybe a weaker version of drywall. But it's the frame. You see the metal frame. It's wide enough. But it's the frame. You see the metal frame. It's wide enough where I could get in. You see what I'm saying? So, but I think now that I walk past here this second time, it looks like there's a guy sitting on the other side of the building.
Here's just a tree down.
At first it just looked like a tree and some other stuff or whatever, but now it looks like an actual guy sitting there. Can you see that? So.
But a guy did return there.
Look at all the scars they have on my legs.
That doesn't, no
Most
justice.
of them are invisible bites. We can normally tell when it's like invisible bites because they have dark centers like these. But the white ones are all mosquito. All these different color shades. Along with a pretty nasty scratch. One after another, after another, after another. Do you think I can fit in without destroying any more like making this hole any bigger? We're gonna see. spray. It appears it was a old dental office, and on this side, there's chairs in the rear. So this is a bando too, just a business type of bando.
While in there, I laid on my clothes. Even at the end of the day, it didn't cool off in there. It was still really hot. I used the sweat to help lather. Like, I used some soap and everything. Like, I cleaned up in there. Cleaned myself up in there. And, yeah. This is the next day. This is a church where I'll never know now. I was supposed to go to jail that day, and you know, when they do intake, you can ask about something like that. But I swear I got stung by a mosquito for the first time. I mean, not a mosquito, a bee, for the first time in life ever. And it hurt so bad.
So I'm sitting here waiting at this church. A vehicle passes through, a pickup, burgundy pickup. The church is right next to the water park here in College Park. I go around the way because I saw a spigot to put some water in Puppy's bowl. I don't know where the puppy freaks out. Well, he doesn't freak out. He has like a burst of energy. So he's running and he's jumping. And this is the same time that I get stung by something. And they said she's never been stung by a bee. We did it because she's never been stung by a bee. And yesterday they mentioned beehives. I looked up. I saw there wasn't a fucking bee in sight. And this church got cameras. Y'all, it hurt so bad. And I'm like, I had to come out I hurry up and I go for shelter so I can come out my shirt trying to see if I can shake anything out to figure out what it was. Still don't find anything. There is a spot where it happened, but it's like spreading through my shoulders. I guess that looks like what if it was a spider?
Okay, and I think, so that was July 14th. I think that might have been the last day of the Beyonce concert, too.
I guess that looks like what if it was a spider? There was no sign of anything like flying. And like the whole time I'm in pain, the dog is having a burst of energy. And those could probably be mosquito bites because they've been biting me a lot with mosquitoes too. Look, they're simulating it again, almost to the extent they did the first time. I'm like verbalizing ouch because it hurt that bad. But maybe there's no signs of any. Ow.
It's like I caught it at the last minute.
That they went to try to make sure the little measly ass $7 that I transferred to myself didn't hit it. They made sure they had a guy outside the bando this morning. I guess maybe it was his face. That's who they were talking about. It was his face before I found it. So I had him there with a coffee that he left there. I kicked it over when I left. And I left about 45 minutes after him. He never came inside. Then I take this walk all the way to here, right? This plaza or whatever, to spend me $7 because I didn't have the energy to get up when I was supposed to get up this morning. But now I'm on this side of town. And also came up with another great idea. I could have went back to the hotel I was staying at.
I like this. Know what I was about to say. If I went back to the hotel, I said, oh, and killed there. Could have came back here and killed. Because right now I'm talking about, you know, pretty much me getting out of the situation and trying to get to jail to preserve my quality of life. I think it's a prostitute above me. This bitch been fucking day and night. You hear it? Shit they ain't supposed to be doing around me. Kind of shit they're attacking me from and trying to make sure I don't get on my feet. Over. Trying to make sure I'm in the laying down position while they act like they're confused about who's fucking. Trying to call themselves me to be able to fuck, okay? And when I say be able to fuck, I'm talking about be able to run numbers, okay? They were complaining about getting beat down, okay? And not being able, having to wait a couple of days before they could have sex again. And 2 mornings in a row, this morning and yesterday morning, they woke me up at wee hours. I'm talking about 3:30 a.m. I took Advil PM last night on top of all the alcohol intake, okay? And they woke me up so that I would hear it. They were trying to put it in my ear so they could claim it was a part of my experience.
I had him there with a coffee that he left there. I kicked it over when I left. And I left about 45 minutes after him. He never came inside. Then I take this walk all the way to here, right? This plaza or whatever, to spend me $7 because I didn't have the energy to get up when I was supposed to get up this morning. But now I'm on this side of town. And also came up with another great idea. This is all early morning. Like I go to the Quality Inn to get water and return and pretty much everything. Like I haven't had sleeping day.
When they attack that area of my eyebrows, like my eyebrows, see how it won't go on no matter what?
Stop biting me. I'm gonna charge my phone saying, any of y'all, somebody.
Damn it. You know what, that whole time I thought I was paused. That only makes me wonder where I left off in the video. I hate when they do that. And I'm just saying, if the feature was changed. Oh, did it again. Look at that. I'm like, well, what did the camera capture of the content I'm showing last? He's growling. You were growling, puppy. Where's your cute self? He like it's time for a treat or something. I need a drink or something. I don't even want to. I feel like I might want to have one though. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out where to pick up. Hi, puppy. It's so nice of you to join me. I keep asking you not to do that. Could you please not put your paws on my papers? You've been folding my papers and everything, puppy. I need you not to do that. One kiss? One kiss? Mwah. He's like, that's not a real kiss. With your cute self. You too cute, pup. You too cute. I know. You just too cute. You asking for something, what you want? What do you want, puppy? What do you want with your too cute self? Okay, I give you a treat. Just give me a moment. You gonna let me get the sleep out your eye? Puppy, what you biting? Go ahead, take it. Just take it. Get off the phone. Get off. By the way, I had 2 Tylenol Advil. I mean 2 Advil PMs and a 211 24-ounce beer about an hour and a half ago, and that's the type of stuff that they're intercepting. Okay, to sacrifice it. Okay, probably to get through shit like that. I don't know what the fuck. Like, you never know what all the things that they're sustaining, and because they use identities interchangeable, they're applying one thing or many things, but when I say one thing, like, I'm talking about categories. Okay, so they'll apply a category of things to an entire population of people. All right. So these are those picnic tables near that one church that I was talking about recently that we would sleep on. We probably spent about 5 nights total there, but not all at the same time. And excuse me, I had to burp. And we just come in clear. Well, that was not helpful.
It's time to start walking. Here I go with the sun. I done it all morning. As I stand to my feet, start walking. What is wrong with my face? Lots of different things. I took off the overpass. Come on up, babe. We haven't been walking far, but making sure I keep him off his paws. Oh, there's people over there. People alien his puppy. She look like she really trying to see what I look like. This shit is so not funny. You can't make it up. I mean, it's in terms of being nappy, it's not nappy. Like, I can comb through it. But this salt to get this elder look is out of control.
You gotta keep in mind, I'm not your average 41-year-old. I'm far from it.
No, they don't.
In real life, I'm still in my 20s. I don't age for real.
They did something to my face right there, too. But this hair thing is out of control. Come on, babe.
Relationships. They're using a dog also to maintain relationships. Every time they have to, the lowest tier, so that would be like my relatives and Upland Avenue. Every time they talk about having to acknowledge, because keep in mind, over the years I've talked about this already, like some of the basics of the basic like foundation of gain stocking already. So right now this is just stuff I'm going through. If you don't know those basics, some things you won't have a complete understanding of, okay? Because it's not that you can't understand, these details are being given in a way that you can't do nothing but understand. But what I'm saying is, so I talked about different tiers of this information, okay? So different groups within agencies who all have a specific population timelines of people that they want to sustain, okay? So when the lowest group, if you look at tiers, demonic hierarchy, stuff like that, when you look at the lowest tier, they never acknowledge any part of my reality. That means like a lot of these things happen because they wouldn't acknowledge that I had a house. They wouldn't acknowledge that I had a car. They wouldn't acknowledge that I got a degree. They wouldn't acknowledge that I have a dog, okay? They're using the dog to suggest I'm in a relationship. And whenever they are forced to acknowledge the dog, and I'm talking about, y'all, if they're forced to acknowledge the dog, they do something right away to get out of it. They'll introduce, like, you see they just threw an elder in the mix recently. They were complaining that they were going to have to split up the couples, and that because they'd be found as being together when they made the attacks that they made on me, okay? So they were talking about the idea of having to be separated, and they said either they had to put a real guy in the mix, or, but these are things that I couldn't piece together until actual actions took place or whatever. And like I told you, with that elder, I was ambushed. He tried to come off as one thing, and then out of nowhere was acting like I'd be in a relationship with him, or like I have sex. But I said all that to say, it was June or July that I started referring to my puppy as Bae and Babe and, stuff like that. And they were, further attacking my things by me using those terms of endearment. Up until that point, I had never called my dog, none of that. I might have called Babe, definitely not Babe or Babe, Baby, nope, Puppy. None of those terms of endearment before then. Newly introduced.
This shit is so inhumane. Trifling and disgusting. Shit is so... The older look is out of control.
Right now, they're discussing how Team A is telling TB that y'all are sitting at round tables making moves that y'all are not supposed to be making. That's what she just said to them. I'm going to actually stop this video right here and make a part 2. I mean, well, a part 4. So that I can take a break in between. I'm going to give him a treat and probably go and get me a beer. I'm not going to do liquor today.